everyone and welcome back to Next Stitch Designs with me, Sylvia. In today's video, I am going to show you how to crochet this beautiful rainbow cardigan. So I will be using the Stylecraft Special Chunky. You can also use Paintbox Simply Chunky because I love that yarn as well. So you will need the white one and the rainbow one. I will be using this Party Time Chunky for my sleeves. You will also need a tape measure, a yarn needle, pair of scissors, some stitch markers, and I will be using two hooks. One will be 5 millimeters and one will be 6 millimeters. First, we are going to work on our sleeves. So prepare your rainbow yarn. Hold your yarn and like so, wrap it around your two fingers and create a cross. And we will be using 5 millimeters hook for our cuffs. And for the sleeves, we will be using 6 millimeters hook later on. So get your 5 millimeter, go under this first one, on top of the second one, pull it down and twist your hook and release. And for the cuffs, we are going to chain 11. Yarn over and pull through like so. Yarn over and pull through. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on. Once you have your chain of 11, we are going to work single crochet into the second stage from the hook. So we are not working into this one, we will be working into this one here. So insert your hook like so, yarn over, bring it up, 2 loops on your hook, yarn over and pull through into the next one, into the next one, and work your way all the way across. Once you get to your last one, you will place your last stitch like so, chain 1 and turn your work. Now for this row 2, you will work single crochet but only into the back loop. So this is our front loop and this is our back loop. So you will work into this one here, do not work into this one. So insert your hook like so under this back loop, yarn over, bring it up, yarn over and pull through into the next one, yarn over and work your way all the way across, single crochet, back loop only. Okie dokie, so I am at the end of this row and into my last stitch I will work under both loops like so. So you can see I have front and back loop, and every time you finish your row you will work under the full stitch like this, chain 1 and turn your work. And again, you will work single crochet, back loop only for your cuff, like so. And for my cardigan, I have made 20 rows. So continue this way until you have 20 rows, or until you can wrap the cuff around your wrist comfortably. So for my cuffs, I have done 20 rows, and of course you can do as many as you like. Just make sure it goes around your wrist nice and comfortably like this. So maybe you prefer them to be more tighter, or maybe you prefer them to be bigger. So simply just add rows or make less. It's up to you. To count your rows, as you can see here, they are like this. So you will count 1, 2. So you will count like this. So they are like this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and so on. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, and 20. So let's sew our cuff together. Fold your cuff in half like this. Take your hook out and insert it into this corner here. Place the loop on your hook and pull through like this and chain 1. And you will make sure it's sitting nicely on top of each other. And now we are going to insert like this into the next one, and under this full stitch on the opposite side, yarn over, bring it through, yarn over, and finish it. So that's your first single crochet into the next one, into the next one, and so on. And you will continue like this all the way across. Into the last one here, yarn over and chain 1. We can hide these as we go later on. And now we are going to place single crochet just right here into this very first gap. So place your first single crochet like this, and you can place a stitch marker like so. And now you can place a single crochet per each row, but I like to do it a little bit different. So I like to place 2 single crochet into those big gaps where are those 2 rows meeting each other, as you can see here. So this. So I will be placing 2 single crochet here, 2 single crochet here, and 2 single crochet here. So we are going to start right here. So you will place 1 and 2 into the next one here, 1 and 2, and as you go you can hold your yarn end and we can hide it as we go, so we don't have to do it later on. Into the next one, 1 and 2, into the next one, 1 and 2, and so on all the way around, and then I show you how to finish it here. Okie dokie, so I am at the end, and from now on we will be placing 2 single crochet in every stitch around, so there will be our round with the increase. So take your stitch marker out and do not slip stitch. Place 2 single crochet into this very first stitch like this, and place 1 and 2, and you can place your stitch marker here, so you know this was your first stitch, because these sleeves will be made in single crochet and we will be working into the spiral. So into the next stitch, 1 and 2, into the next stitch, 1 and 2, and you will simply work like this all the way around, placing 2 single crochet in every stitch, like this. Okie dokie, so I am just right here before my first stitch, last 2 single crochet into this one here, and from now on we will be using 6mm hook. Okay, so we are going to take this stitch marker out, and from now on you will be working into the spiral, so you will be placing 1 single crochet per each stitch all the way around. No more increases, only single crochet around and around and around, and you will work into the spiral, so you don't even need a stitch marker because it will be blending in, so there will be no seams. Okay, so you will be working like this on your sleeves until you reach the part just under your under armpit. When you put your arms down, it should get just under your under armpit. So continue working like this, placing single crochet in every stitch around, no more increasing, and working into the spiral like this until you get your length. So this is my sleeve, and for my sleeve I have, if I count it from here, I have about 16 inches or 40.5 centimeters. Now we can start our cardigan. First we are going to start with the brim. For the brim, you are going to work again with your 5mm hook and with your white yarn. And again, we will do exactly the same what we did for our sleeves. So we are going to chain 11. So hold your yarn and like so, wrap it around your 2 fingers and create a cross. Go under this first one, on top of the second one, pull it down and twist your hook. And chain 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And you will work again into the second stitch from the hook, like so, and single crochet all the way across as we did on our sleeves. So this is my last stitch here. Insert your hook, yarn over, pull through, and chain 1. Turn your work, and from now on you will work into the back loop as we did on our sleeve, into this stitch here. Insert, yarn over, back loop only. So work your way all the way across, and again when you come to your last stitch you will work under the full stitch. So full stitch is front and back loop like this, as you can see here. Yarn over, chain 1 and turn your work, and that's how you are going to work on your brim. Work single crochet into the back loop only. and you will work like this, and you will work until you can wrap your brim around your waist, or if you want longer cardigan, for example, like me, I will be using my old cardigan or jumper, and this is the brim part. So I will simply do as many as I need, the same length. And this is my brim finished. And as you can see, when I take my jumper, it's nearly the same, because I would like to have my cardigan the same as this jumper. For my cardigan I have 96 rows, but you can continue if you need more for your size. So simply just do as many as you need to wrap it around your waist comfortably. So now we are ready to close it. So simply just fold it in half like this. Insert your hook into this opposite corner like so. Place this loop on your hook and pull through like this, and you can hide this end as you go. So we will simply just fold it in half, the same what we did on our sleeves, and we are going to chain one, and now we will work into this first one here, yarn over, bring it up, and do single crochet into the next one, and on the opposite side. And my last one will be here, and on the opposite side, and chain one. You can have a look and you can decide what side you prefer. So for me, I really like this finish, so this will be my right side, but if you don't like it, you can simply just turn it the other way, and this can be your right side, but for me, I am going to stay on this side. So I chain one here, and into the same place, just behind your chain one, you will place single crochet like this, and now you can place your stitch marker here like so. For the next step, we will be placing single crochet on top of these ridges. You can also place single crochet per each row around, but I like to do it a little bit different. So for me, I will place one single crochet here to start like this, and I will place two single crochet on top of this. As you can see, this big gap, so I will show you just in the sec. So you will place 1 and 2 here, then 1 and 2 here, and to the next one like this. And I really like this way, but if you prefer your way, placing one single crochet per row, you can do it your way. So place 2 single crochet on top of these ridges, and then I'll meet you very soon. We are still using 5mm hook. Placed my 2 single crochet here, and now where is my stitch marker? I will take it out, and I will simply just slip stitch like this, and now I will chain 3, 1, 2 and 3, and I will change my hook for size 6. Okay, dokie. And for this row 2, we will do some increases. So This chain of 3 is not counting as your first stitch. But into the same place, you will place 2 double crochet, yarn over, insert, bring it up, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over, pull through 2, and again 1 more. So when you place 2 double crochet into the same stitch, we will call it increase. Okay, so I have 2 because this chain of 3 is not counting as my first one. So I have my first increase here, and into the next 2 stitches we will place 2 double crochet, 1 in each stitch. So into the next stitch you will place only 1 double crochet, and again into the next one 1 double crochet. So you will have increase, 1 double crochet, 1 double crochet, as you can see. Into the next one I will place increase again. So 2 double crochet into the same stitch, and then 1 double crochet and 1 double crochet in the next 2 stitches, and so on. So next one will be increase, and then 1 double crochet and 1 double crochet, and then increase, 1 and 2 double crochet into the same stitch. So you will continue this way all the way around until you come to your start here. I am at the end and I have done increase, 1 double crochet, 1 double crochet, so I will do increase here, 1 and 2, and I will end up with 1 double crochet, and it doesn't matter if you end up with increase or just 1 double crochet. And now you will simply slip stitch on top of this chain of 1 2 3. So you will slip stitch like this. So we are going to chain 3, 1 2 and 3, and from now on there will be no more increasing. So you will simply just place 1 double crochet for each stitch, and this chain of 3 is not counting as your first double crochet. So we are going to yarn over, and into the same place you will place your double crochet like this into the next one, and every time you finish your round you will simply slip stitch on top of this chain of 3 as we did in this round here. Continue working on your cardigan like this for as many rounds as you need, because maybe you want 3/4 cardigan, maybe you want your cardigan to be longer, so it's up to you. And you will work until, once I got this cardigan here, so you will work until you get to your under armpit. So these are my sleeves here, and you will work for the length until you get to your under armpit. So you will work your rounds, and once you have the length you need, you are going to stop once you reach this point here, and then I show you what to do next. For my cardigan, I will work, if I count the brim as well, I will work for about 13 inches or 33 centimeters. So continue working on your cardigan. Okie dokie, so I have just finished, and for my cardigan, as I wanted to copy my jumper, I have done the same length up to my under armpit. So you do the same. If you want your cardigan to be longer, of course you will need to add more rounds. I have 17 rounds, and in measurements I have about 13.5 inch, and in centimeters I have 34.5 centimeters. And now we are ready to work on our front top part and front back part. I want this seam to be just under my under armpit or just on the side. So you will place your cardigan like this. And first I'm going to show you how to place the stitch markers. So once you got it folded in half nicely, you are going to take your stitch markers. Once you have this part prepared, we are going to place the stitch markers. So my first stitch marker will be here where I finished, right here. As you can see, that's my seam, and I slip stitched here to finish my round. So I will place my stitch marker into this one here, and I will fold it like this, and I will do exactly the same on the other side. Just make sure it's nice and fold it like this and place it somewhere in the middle like this. Bring our sleeves, let me just put this here, and we are going to bring our sleeves. So this is my sleeve here, and it doesn't matter because these sleeves don't have the seams, as we were working into the spiral, so they don't have the seam, but they do have these seams. So if you want, you can place it like this, so it will face down. Okay, so place this sleeve first like this. And as it is difficult to get on the camera, I will show you what to do only on this side. But before I do so, I will show you how to place this sleeve as well. So you will place the sleeve like this and like this. We will work this part here, so we will call it top back part and then top front part. Okay, so we will work for this front top part and front back part. We will need to work the height of the sleeves. So my sleeves are about 16.5 centimeters or 6.5 inch. So our front panel and back panel will be the same. So we will need to work this part the same width as your sleeves. But for me, I decided to work only until I get here in the middle. So I will work front and back panel only until I get to the middle of my sleeve, and then I will finish the top and front part with the rainbow yarn. Now we can start to work on our back panel first. So for the back panel, you will chain 3. So I already chained 1, 2 and 3, and where's the stitch marker? We will be skipping that stitch once we start to work on our front panel. Okay, So we chain 3. We will work on this back panel first. So to do so, you will simply place double crochet into the next stitch, as you can see, and this chain of 3 will count as your first double crochet. So you will simply go like this in every stitch across, placing double crochet, and you will be placing double crochet until you come to your stitch marker here. So where is your stitch marker? You won't work into the same place. Your last stitch will be just before, so your last stitch will be here. So place double crochet until you get just right here. So do not work into the place where is your stitch marker. I am at the end of this row and I will place my double crochet just before I reach my stitch marker, so I will not work into this one. This is the stitch we will be skipping once we start to work on the other part, the top front part. Okay, so this was my last stitch. Chain 3, 1, 2 and 3, and turn your cardigan, and you will work into this stitch here. This chain of 3 is counting as our first double crochet, so into this one here, and again you will do exactly the same, except once you get to this part here, I will show you how to place your double crochet on top of this chain of 3. So continue placing your double crochet. I have just finished my row and my last double crochet will be on top of this chain of 3. So insert like this and place your double crochet like so, and this will give us a nice and straight edge. Now chain 3 and again turn your cardigan, and you will work on your panel like this, back and forth until when you place your sleeve like this, you can see already done 2 rows. So I want to get somewhere in the middle. If you want, you can go even higher if you want your rainbow part to be slimmer. So for me, I will do about 4 rows altogether. So I will get somewhere here and then I will change it for the rainbow color. Okay, so continue working there and back, there and back. For altogether 4 or more rows, it's up to you. So I am at the end of this row 4 and I need to place 1 more double crochet, and with the last double crochet I will change the color for my rainbow. So to do so, yarn over and insert on top of this a chain of 3, which is always the trickiest part. So insert like this, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through, and you will have 2 loops on your hook. You will bring your rainbow yarn and make sure this is nice and tight. So pull it like this, bring your rainbow yarn like so, pull through those 2 loops, make it nice and tight like so, and now you will simply just chain 3, 1, 2 and 3 like this. You can tighten it a little bit. Now you will cut your white yarn, and this part is optional. You can tie a little knot. So these two colors together, and you don't have to. It's up to you. Just I like extra security. Okay, so you will turn your cardigan, and now you will have your rainbow color, and as you go you can hide your ends. So you will hold your white one and your rainbow one, and you will simply place double crochet into the next, because again this chain of 3 is counting as your first double crochet, and you will do exactly the same what you did with your white yarn, placing double crochet all the way across like this, and you will do so for about, let's see, so when I place it like this, you will bring your sleeves, and as you can see, I have 1, 2, 3, 4 of white, and I go into the middle part, and now I just need to finish. So I will work with this rainbow yarn. Let me just bring a little bit closer so you can see better. So you will work with this rainbow yarn for about 5 rows on this rainbow to finish right here. So I will do about 5 rows, or until you get to the top right here. I have done 5 rows of this rainbow yarn. So when you measure it like this, where's your first row? You measure it from here, here. You can see it's just right. So next, to show you how to do the front part. I chained one, and now I'm ready to fasten off, and this back part or front part, it doesn't really matter because they're gonna be exactly the same. So we are going to do exactly the same on this side here. So prepare your white yarn, and I'm going to start here. So where is your stitch marker? That stitch we will be skipping. So we will start to work right here. And to do so, you will simply insert your hook, bring your white yarn, you can do a knot like this, insert your hook like so, and chain 3, 1, 2 and 3. Chain of 3 is counting as your first double crochet, and into the next one you will work double crochet, and don't forget to hold this yarn end so you can hide it as you go. And you will do exactly the same. You will work all the way down here, and on this side you will skip this stitch as well. So leave your stitch marker there and do not work into this stitch. You will simply finish just before, so you will finish right here. Okay, so once you get here, you will chain 3 and you will work all the way back exactly the same what we did right here. So you will work for 4 rows, there and back, there and back, and then you will change to your rainbow yarn, and you will do 5 rows or 6, but just make sure this part and this part will be exactly the same. So just to show you what to do here, as you can see, there is my stitch marker. I'm not working in there, so my last stitch will be here. Double crochet, you will chain 3, 1, 2 and 3, and you will turn your work. And now you know what to do because we've been working like this on the other side. So once you get to the end of this row, you know your last stitch will be on top of the chain of 3. So continue working like this for 4 rows, and then you will change it to your rainbow and you will work for 5 more rows. I have just finished and I am going to fasten off. Next, once you have as many rows as you need, we are going to fold this front part like this and place a stitch marker. And as I don't need these stitch markers anymore, I can just take it out and use it. And you're going to fold it in half, and you are going to fold this back part in half like so, and place a stitch marker as well. So you will have your stitch markers right in the middle like this. So I measured my head all the way around, and I have about 53 centimeters, or if you want 21 inches. So now I will have to divide 21 inches in half, so it will be 10.5 inches and 10.5 inches. So you will have in the front, and again you need to divide this in half. So 10.5 inches is about 5.25, so it will be somewhere here. Okay, so you will place it like so, and you will place 1 stitch marker here, where is 10.5, and 1 stitch marker here. You can take this one from the middle, and this will be your head opening. This front part done, you can simply just make sure the parts are on top of each other like this, and you will place your stitch markers on the opposite side here and here, and this will be our head opening, and this will be our shoulder seam, and this will be our shoulder seam on this side. Once you have your stitch markers in place, you are going to turn your cardigan inside out like this. And now I will be using my clips. They are very handy. If you don't have them, you can use the pegs because the pins would not stay in. Now on this side, you measure it like this, and you will place your first clip here, and here were your stitch markers, and 1 in the middle, so when you sew it won't move too much. And you will do exactly the same on the other side. So we will be sewing from here to this point, and on this side from here to this point, and then we will try on, and if the gap is too small or too big, we can make it bigger, so not to worry. So prepare your yarn needle with the yarn, and now we are going to start right here in the corner like so, and make a knot. And now we are ready to sew. To sew, you are going to sew like this. On this side. And then on this opposite side like this. And again on the opposite side. Or you can sew the way you like or prefer. So you will sew all the way down to your stitch marker here. I am finishing and I am here where are my stitch markers, as you can see. So I will just take them out so they are not in the way. And on this place here I will do 2 stitches in one place, and this way it will be much stronger, like this. And then simply just do a knot like so. And once you have your knot, you will simply hide it in the seam like this. And you can go back like so. And this is your one shoulder seam finished, and you are going to do exactly the same on the other side, but you will start from here and you will end up here. And these are my shoulder seams ready. And before we sew our sleeves in, make sure you will always double check like so if your shoulder seams are the same. Now we can fasten off our sleeves like this. Chain 1 and make sure you will leave a long yarn end so we can sew our sleeves in. So I would say leave about 40 to 50 centimeters. Now prepare your cardigan so you have the wrong side up, as you can see on the seams. So I keep it like this. So the wrong side is up. And prepare your sleeves. And the sleeves will be the right side up, as you can see here. So my sleeves are the right side up and my cardigan is the wrong side up. Now you will place your sleeve on your hand like this, and I will turn my cardigan this way so you can see much better. Now insert your sleeve inside your cardigan like this, and make sure where is the end. You will place it down like this, so the yarn end will be exactly on the place where we skip our stitch. So prepare your clips, and one more time, that's my yarn end and that's my skipped stitch, and I will place it like this. And now use your clips so the sleeve will stay nicely in place while you sew. So one on top, and you can place one on this side here, and one on the other side, like so. Now you will sew all the way around. So prepare your yarn needle and you will use this yarn end and you will sew this way. So first take this clip out so it's not in the way. Insert your yarn needle like this and you will sew exactly the same way as we did on our shoulder seams. So on the opposite side, and try to place the stitches not too far apart. And sew the best you can all the way around until you come to your start. So I am here and I will place 1 to 2 stitches in the same place so it will be much stronger and make a knot. Like this. And hide the yarn end in the seam, and then you can just fasten off and your yarn end will be hidden so you don't have to do it later on. So cut your yarn and we have our sleeve finished. So I have done my other sleeve as well, as you can see, and now we can turn our cardigan the right side up. Once we have our sleeves in, and these are our sleeves, beautifully sewn in one side and the other side. And for the last part, we are going to finish our head opening. To do so, I decided to go with the crab stitch. So I will start somewhere here on the seam, create a slip knot like so. Take the slip knot off your hook, insert your hook somewhere close to the shoulder seam, like this. Place the knot on your hook and pull through and chain one like so. Pull it down a little bit so the knot is hidden on the wrong side of your cardigan. And now the crab stitch is just reversed single crochet, so you are going to work backwards. So insert your hook into this stitch here, so we will go like so. Insert, yarn over, 2 loops on your hook, yarn over and finish your single crochet. Into the next stitch from the front, yarn over, bring it up, 2 loops on your hook, yarn over and finish your single crochet, and so on. So you will work all the way around until you come to the other side where is your shoulder seam, and then I show you how to work on that side. So I am here where is my other shoulder seam, and you will simply just work from this stage to the other stage on the other side. Okay, so simply just insert, yarn over, 2 loops, yarn over, and finish your single crochet. And continue finishing your crab stitch. So I am at the start now, and all we have to do, we need to turn our cardigan like so and slip stitch into this very first stitch like this. Make it nice and tight, chain 1 and fasten off. Leave your yarn end a little bit longer so you can hide it with your yarn needle later on. So simply just hide your end inside the seam like this. And this is it. This is our beautiful crab stitch. I think it looks amazing on our gap opening. We have beautiful sleeves sewn in, and this is our beautiful rainbow cardigan. So if you like this video, don't forget to like this video, share this video, and of course don't forget to subscribe to my channel Unique Stitch Designs for more ideas from me, Sylvia. Thank you very much for watching.